legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 3-4. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first and 10, here's Murray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Murray. Ebron's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my boys' member. Last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now on first, Dixon again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Murray now on first down. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
From the 39, Rosen. And he hits Drake. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Will Fuller. his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On 2nd and 10, Murray, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Eric Ebron with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Throwing on 2nd down, Rosen. He completes it to Wilson. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. From the 36, Murray. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
3rd and long here for Rosen. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Murray. And his pass incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back for pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. He lets this one fly toward the... He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 27, Rosen. It's complete to Fuller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10.
On first down, Drake. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Right back to Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Dixon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Drake. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
180, 43. Check, 43.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Murray now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray flushed out right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. A critical error there in a tight game to the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st down, it's Drake. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and there's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll go down at the 28. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 29, Murray, and he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. Looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Murray to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. To throw is Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll run on 1st down. Dixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Alpha.
Now it's Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And now it's Rosen looking. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw, Murray. He finds his man Johnson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Arizona.
52, Mike, 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Check that.
Back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense.